Why isn't my thing working over here? Frustrating. It's always the case. So where does this work? I think I banned myself on YouTube. Hold on. YouTube. It says broadcasting. There we go. Okay, it works. Awesome. I hope I'm on my face. I'm on my face. Good. I was trying to get the YouTube chat to work. Because my YouTube... Okay, my mic also works. Hello, Sam. What do you need? I can't hear you. Okay. Okay, let me put my chat in front of me. And I'm also going to have to swap windows. I need to put this window over here and this window over here for my own reference. Is OBS still... Okay. OBS is still functioning. Okay. Hello. Are we doing replays today? Possibly. Hello, Sundry. It's been a while. I have a lot of... Goodness, what do you need? I need you to stop coming in and out. Probably not doing replays, because I have a new account to go through, and we're just going to go through everything and all of the things I can remember on a new account for new people. You want to submit a replay? So this is the... We need to get back on our regularly scheduled, like, replays during the stream, replays in viewer duel. Because I need to have another think on how I'm going to do it. Also, these cards are gone, so my wall is just white. They're not gone. They're somewhere. They're in a box somewhere. That's a story for another. Okay. I don't have anything. Okay, Sundry, it's been so long, guys, since we have a question of the day thing. Command. That's what it is, a command. Followers get this. The schizo music still plays. I can't find where it's coming from. This question pops up when somebody follows. We have Daily Dose of Dojo. I have so many things in so many places. I'm disorganized. I need to reconsolidate everything. You just saw what I tagged you in? Well, it's already submitted. It's the thumbnail. At least for the stream. We can change the YouTube video thumbnail later, but this is the stream thumbnail. Okay. We're doing the intro. Welcome, Master Duelists, to the Master Duel Dojo, and this is hopefully your first time. Maybe not. Maybe that's not what I want to say. Welcome, Master Duelists, to the Master Duel Dojo. Please make sure to subscribe. The path of enlightenment and monetization starts at 1,000 subscribers. So you have, for whatever godforsaken reason, decided to play Master Duel. First of all, welcome. We're glad to have you, but you have a long journey of learning ahead of you, unless you don't want to learn anything. Oh my goodness, what do you need? I said I need you to stop coming in here. Okay. First time in hell? Yeah. Okay. So let me open up Master. Okay, so we're just going to go from the very beginning, the very actual beginning. I created myself a Steam account, but then I haven't done anything else. So this is a new Master Duel account, and the first thing I want to notice is this data transfer right here. How the save system works in Master Duel is it will save it locally on your system, but if you hit the data transfer button, you can then link your Konami ID. Am I... Okay. I started an account. That's literally it. I logged in for the first time. So, data transfer, what it will do is it will link to your Konami account so that you can save your data. Because if you create an account on your phone or on Steam or whatever, and you don't link it to your Konami account, and for whatever reason Master Duel gets deleted from your device, you will lose all of your progress. The account will be gone and you will have to start over. So I advise creating a Konami account and linking it like that. I've not linked this account. I'm living dangerously, but this account has literally nothing on it. So, welcome to Master Duel. Aim to become the world's top duelist. That is one aspiration, and we will talk about later. So, tutorial. I don't know if I can skip this. So, welcome to Master Duel. I think there's a skip button. Yeah. Cool. If you don't know how to play at all, I suggest you play these. But I know how to play. I've been playing. I did some thought research, and I think I started actually in the spring of 2007. I think that's when I started playing the game. There are so many cards and duelists for you to discover. This is true. Grab your new deck and venture out into the wide world of dueling. Okay, so this choice doesn't actually matter because these don't have cards that are relevant, and you can get the other two later through missions. So it doesn't matter which one you pick at all, and just pick whichever one you think is cool. I don't know if it lets you... Okay, it does let you see the contents first. All three of them are terrible as decks. Like, none of them are good. So it doesn't matter what you pick. I think they're all pretty awful. Did this one have... No, I thought this was a different card. I thought this was an actual good card, but this is not a good card. So additional decks can be acquired by completed missions, and that means these other two. Okay, so you can change your player name at any time. So I typically have my name just like this, and you can change it up to 12 characters anytime. I thought this already downloaded. Alright, boys. 10 gigabyte download stream. That's what we're doing. Okay, so yes, Sam, I remember Dragon Master Knight. So I was in 3rd or 4th grade. I can't say definitively which one. So I looked it up. I looked up some of the cards I remember. Most of the cards I remember were printed in 2005. So like Pyramid Turtle, Creature Swap, Burning and Freezing Beast, like the cards I remember, Sakuretsu Armor, they were 2005 or earlier, most of them. But I remembered specifically having Dragon Master Knight and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon and thinking these were super cool. And my first deck used Hand Destruction, Card Destruction, Dragon's Mirror with the Earth Hexial Fusion. I didn't even know the Light existed. So the Earth Hexial Fusion and the Ritual Blackluster Soldier with Dragon's Mirror. So my combo in a 60 card deck at the time was to use Hand Destruction, Card Destruction, and then Dragon's Mirror to make Dragon Master Knight. And I'm pretty sure that's how it went. It's possible I had cards 1 year earlier in spring of 2006. I definitely remember it was spring. And I can't say for certain if it was 2006 or 7. Maybe my parents would remember if I asked them. But Dragon Master Knight was definitely one of my early decks. Hello, Squalopendra. Like, Dragon Master Knight was like the focus of my first deck. And it was definitely Dragon's Mirror to summon it. I don't think I was enthralled by Blue Eyes White Dragon and Ultimate, which makes... So the printing, I did look. The printing of Dragon Master Knight in North America was the end in November of 2006. But I definitely got my cards in the spring. I remember being 5 and getting the Blue Eye Structure deck. 2002. So, they did the first McDonald's promo. Right? Or Burger King. I think it was McDonald's. Because I think they did a promo in 2002, and I remember this. Yeah, I remember Millennium Shield, Frog the Jam, and Flying Penguin. Those were definitely around. I don't remember any of these other cards. Like, at the time. And then I do remember being 5 years old. I was at my grandma's house. And my cousins, who were a couple years older than me, were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! They were 2 brothers. They like sat down at the kitchen table. They folded out their paper mats. And I was like, what are you guys doing? And they said, playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm like, how do you play? And they're like, it's too complicated for you. And I'm like, what the hell? These cards, Frog the Jam, Millennium Shield, I definitely had December 2002. So I remember that. I don't remember other cards. I remember Yu-Gi-Oh! Toys before actually playing the game. But it was just... I was definitely a Pokemon kid until I got actually into Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, yeah, these cousins would definitely not want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. Labyrinth Wall, Stall with a Wall, Shadow, and Mist. I love early decks because they're so bad. They're just so bad. Yeah, these cousins definitely would not. This cousin actually had... Thank you for the thumbnail, I worked hard on it. I had to get all those cards in the same room together. There was a big debacle with the younger brother of these 2 cousins, like, stealing land from my grandma. Like, that's a story. It's a big story. Quick test, yes. So, I also wanted to... So I have a bunch of decks that I'm going to show off to. We're waiting for the download. This is all going to get cut from the YouTube cut. Go ahead with your test, Sam. Oh, your keyboard is doing strange things. Played with the kids in high school in my neighborhood. I'm not being able to play as much. They went to college. How it goes. In my school... In elementary school. Now I'm trying to remember, because I had... a friend that definitely liked Yu-Gi-Oh! In my elementary school. I lived in a townhouse complex. And in 3rd and 4th grade, I lived in a townhouse complex. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. Like, you think you remember something. Like, you think you're 6 years old in this memory. But then, like, you put the facts together, and it's like, actually, I was 7 or 8. So I think I was 9 when I really got into Yu-Gi-Oh! I thought it was earlier, but I think I'm wrong. So I had two friends in my elementary school that liked Yu-Gi-Oh! I think they were just like fans of the anime though. I don't think they really played. Because Pokemon was definitely the thing at my school, like both the video games and the card games. But I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot better. I liked the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Much, much more than the card game of Pokemon. Link streamer? What is this guy? This is like some condor or something. A Cybers is normal or summoned. Ada token. Okay. See, cards like this are like interesting, but never good. Like they're like almost good. I tried looking at structure decks. Also the... I remember I had the Machine Ancient Year like gadget structure deck, and that was the end of 2006 or early 2007. I don't remember, but it was possible that because I definitely got those cards later, so I think I got those cards later. The kids in my elementary school were big on Beyblade. Card games weren't big in school. All the rage. Oh yeah, Gem Knights are super cool. I love Gem Knights. I do legitimately like how they used to be. I used to try playing Gem Knights with you make Topaz or Ruby and like United We Stand. Like that was what I tried to do. Whenever people say like skill expression, I just hear like worse. Like if you say it's take skill expression, you're usually saying it's worse. We're almost done. All right. So quick on the draw, thank you. I was working on it. I clicked over to Twitch, and then he was already gone. No cheap viewers. Viewers cost real effort. You must try your hardest. We're almost there. I remember the Synchro structure deck. That was like legitimately... Synchro summoning did legitimately change the game. Requires more brain power to perform the same results with a more versatile outcome. So being more versatile is different. I need to unpack this more. Okay. We finished the download. Hopefully you have also finished your download. Okay, so we are on a brand new account. About the homepage. Yes, this is true. So, hey, Money Gang. So, the duel menu is where you will duel. The deck menu is where you will edit your deck. Solo mode is mostly for gems, and the shop is where you get new cards. Can I tell you where you can learn more about deck building? You absolutely suck at it. Yes. Synchro summoning was amazing. So there are various campaigns. I saw a link right here. It was like buy, and it's like another guy's gonna get banned, but this is Money Gang. But this is about what players should expect. So you can go buy an account with 10k gems for a few bucks. But I'm going to assume really, this video is really to talk to the people that have like created their account. Yes, this is going to be a tutorial. I'm creating a tutorial for people that have created an account and don't know what to do. No, you're right. You're right. If your goal is gems for a new account, a few bucks is probably the way to go. Okay, so this is a campaign. Every however many downloads, Konami will give you a campaign. Like there's Road to Worlds, the World Championship, and just various times you just log in, you get some gems and packs. Just accept it. Don't rely on it. Move on. All right. Every time you log in, that notification is going to pop up. So much stuff on the screen right now. We're just going to work through it. This is your profile, where your name is. I don't know why I'm level 2 and not level 1. Duel is where all of the multiplayer is, where all the dueling is. Deck is the deck edit. Solo mode, you can get a bunch of gems here, and it's supposed to, like, teach you things, but I don't think it actually does a good job. The training modes are decent. The training modes are in here. This shop is where to get new cards. This is just advertising. These are your missions where you can get the daily gems down here. I think that's behind my face. And so you have all these missions that give you gems and various other cosmetics and stuff. This is a dual mode that they're promoting right now. So it will either be ranked if it's the only thing available. They also have events that I'm going to talk about. These are your gems, what you've got. Duel Pass is Master Duel's Battle Pass. And it does give you back, like, the amount of gems you get. It normally gives you a mate and some other cool stuff. It's usually worth it to go through. Notifications here, you can just leave it unread forever, but it is all of the news here. View it at your leisure. Something to note here, in here, something I did not know for a long time. There are these arrows here that I did not notice that you can click through to go through the notifications instead of going back out and then to the next one. The gift box is only if you have more than 10,000 gems or 1,000 tickets of something. You're likely not going to fill this up. Duel Live is random people dueling, and they will try to show it off, like the new packs, the new cards. So these are duels where players using the new cards from the new packs, these packs, or just random duels. You can get 5 gems a day by watching one duel. You can click into the duel and immediately exit. We will come back to the friends list. On your profile, you've got all these cosmetics. You can edit whatever. You won't have much. Right now, this is nothing, because there's nothing on this account. It's brand new. Some cosmetics are timed exclusives, like from the old dual passes and stuff. So, right now, the mate in the dual pass is a resonator. This guy. So if you don't complete, there's 8 days left, so if you don't get this mate right now, you're never going to get him. It's possible they bring him back, but that's just something to note. Okay. So in the so now I wish I hadn't clicked on this. Okay, so you need a deck to duel people. And then to get your cards, you get the cards only from packs. That's the only way. There's one other way, but you get your cards from packs, and you get packs with gems. You can get gems by playing the game, completing missions, or spend real money on them. That's your choice. So you get the gems. You can get gems by playing the game. And then you go to the shop, and then you can get packs. And there's the different types of packs, and I'll talk about those. In the different types of packs, you get your cards, and then you have a chance to dismantle some of the cards to just directly craft the cards you want. So let's go to deck now. Because your deck is... Are you coming in here because you need me again? So on the decks page, you can have up to 20 by default. I think the max is 35. You can buy more deck slots. So, right, before I even go in there, you need Untap. So if you're on PC, just download Untapped, install it, run it, and then go back into your deck edit screen. So here, I don't even know how to explain it. Okay. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Do I have my Forgiven Unicorn for tomorrow? I cannot hear her. She is way too quiet. Okay. You have your starter deck. All of the starter decks are bad. Don't play any of them. I have a handful of decks I'm going to recommend you play, but before I even give you a deck, you need to know why you're playing a given deck. So there's a whole bunch of different motivations that you could be wanting to play a deck, and all of them are fine. You need to know what you want to play. So Magic the Gathering has psychographics, which is a fancy word to say marketing profiles. So why somebody would buy something. And Magic's psychographics are Timmy, Johnny, and Spike, and these are broad categories of players where Johnny wants to express himself, Timmy wants to experience something exciting, and Spike only wants to win. That was a hyper-compressed version. I read one of the articles written on this on my channel. I'll link to that wherever. So I'm a Super Spike, so I only want to play the best decks, so I would never play this deck. I just would not play it. Something I would play is competitive decks. And so I'm going to show you here, Malice right now and Ryzeal are the current best decks in Master Duel. It's always changing, and the next best deck is always around the corner. And so if you want to win the most, you should be playing the best decks. So right this very second, that would be Malice. In a few months, it's going to be something else, and in a year, it's going to be something else. So I will almost certainly not still be playing Malice in 1 or 2 years. But if you want to play your favorite deck until the end of time, that's perfectly fine. And if your goal is not to win, then that's not even your goal. Your goal is to summon your favorite monster. So here, this is Master Duel Meta. This site is Master Duel Meta. I've got a whole bunch of decks that I want to show off. And with Untapped, I need to show you a feature. So on Master Duel Meta, you go to any deck. Come down here to the share, YDKE to clipboard, copy it, back to Master Duel, new deck, create new, start auto import, and then take your hands off the mouse. Go to top deck, scroll to Materia Reactor, bask in the glory. Not true. Not true. So now, I'm going to load in a whole bunch of decks. So I'm going to zoom through me doing this. Unfortunately, real me doesn't get to zoom through doing it. But the Untapped paste is still much, much faster. So yes, I am literally Tim. Some people call me... My 3rd grade teacher called me Timmy. I don't think anyone else really called me Timmy. Freaking headphone is charging correctly. Yeah, and Sundry is definitely a pure Spike. Okay. Else. Raziel. Spiking something, usually my head into my desk. Can we do the same on Steam? This is on Steam. This Master Duel is through Steam. If you're on console, I don't know what to tell you about building decks like this. Other than I'm sorry. I don't know what that card is. Why are there 2 Raziel traps here? That is not correct. Yeah, if you're on console, you gotta manually type in the cards. That should not be in the deck. What's the last card? That's fine. Spend an hour crafting cards for the secret pack you are? Yeah. Look to your phone and back. So, okay, hold on. The actual way to do it on console. Let me finish this deck. So, this is easier, I think. I think this is the easiest way. But there is another way to do it. Okay, if you are not on PC, you can either manually search on your console for all these cards or your phone, or share to Master Duel. Master Duel Meta needs an extension, a Chrome extension. Then you can go share to Master Duel, and it will link to your Konami account. So your Konami account needs to be linked. You need the Master Duel Meta extension. You can go share to Master Duel. It will put the account on Master Duel. Link to Neuron. And then here, so if it was linked to my Neuron account, this account is not Konami linked, it would be here, and then you can copy deck into Master Duel. So that's how you would be able to do it if you don't have Untapped. I think that this is easier. The other way might be faster for bulk imports. But I think that this is just such an easier way to do it. Like, there's less steps, even if you have to wait 30 seconds. Flu. Oh, that's Flu with Advent. Okay, Zodia. What a fun stream. We got to have a 10 gigabyte download and then also import all these decks. I thought that was 40. It's 30. It's not smart enough to type in Forbidden One. Jesus. you dueled someone with crazy pure crystal beasts? Interesting. What? Like, conclave control? Conclave, like, goes away. So I don't know why they call it conclave control, but fine. Easy branded. True Draco. Will I do the secret pack thing? I'll probably mention it. I'll mention it. Can someone find me the secret pack link on Master Duel Meta? Summon 2 big-ass Rainbow at Wedju Temple. That's cool. How does... Oh, it just gets any field spell. That's cool. So you get to search a Crystal Beast, and then get the Temple, and then Temple put the Crystal Beast in your back row. That's actually cool. This is a brand new account. This is the work we're doing. Also, hello, Saurai. Welcome to the stream for the first time. We are putting together a video for YouTube. So I have a lot of editing work to do. For new player... all of the new player tips that I can think of. I've seen so much, like, new player doesn't know this, that I need to say whatever. Okay, last deck. So, Saurai, are you... You can post here, or on Discord, I don't care. Okay. Something frustrating is that I cannot move my mouse. I think that's my last deck. Crafting guide. Okay, so my friend, myself, has sent me a bunch of decks that I've pasted into Master Duel with Untapped. So now I'm gonna get rid of the other garbage, just for space. So I hit the little trash can, and I don't want either of these decks. I will never play them. I will never look at them. Get out of here. Oh. It only comes out like... I don't know. Hello, Otaku. How am I doing? Very scatterbrained. Able to hold a single thought in my head. What are we doing? We are doing a tutorial for new players, so I don't have to keep answering the new player questions again and again Again, they come to this video time-stamped. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of decks, and I don't have any of the cards. How can I play this deck if I don't have any of the cards? So competitive decks will just be a majority ultra rare. There's 4 rarities in Master Duel: Ultra, Super, Rare, couldn't even find one, and Normal. And so rares and normals you will have plenty of and just be able to craft them no problem. Super rares, you should generally be able to have enough supers to craft anything you want after a little bit if you're not wasteful. Ultras are the true bottleneck. So it takes 30 craft points to generate an ultra rare. I don't have any craft points because it's a new account. It takes 30 craft points to generate a given type of card, and you have the 4 currencies up here. And so how are you going to get these? You need to dismantle other cards that you don't want. And up here, something I don't see people doing is dismantle selected cards. So I don't have any cards I can apparently even dismantle yet. I like to sort by rarity, but I literally only have the starter cards. Just the cards from the starter deck. Haven't opened any packs. Those are all of the cards I have, so we will need some more cards. We have the copy paste of the deck list filled with 2 or 3 secret packs. I did not know there was a deck with these cards. Yeah, I have this article open. $200 super rare. It's more than that. So we will need to get cards somehow. I'm not going to build Malice because it is heavy, heavy UR. I do have a bunch of deck suggestions. In no particular order, I'm just going to go through them. One suggestion is Fluenderies. I suggest 1 actual ultra rare. Hold on, let me back up. In the shop, under special, under bundle deal, there are these sets that are 750 gems with a guaranteed ultra rare. So you get 10 master packs plus 1 of these cards. And these are all good cards that you will want sooner or later. The highest priority will be Imperm, Ash Blossom, Nibiru, and then probably Effect Veiler. The rest of them are still all good though. We didn't do anything yet. Haven't done anything. Loaded up the account, put in decks. Yes, get those bundles. I had to download the 10 gigabytes because I forgot about that. So this Fluenderies deck, we can see that it doesn't have any UR crafts. It's got 1 Ash Blossom from the shop, 1 Lightning Storm from the shop, 1 Imperm, and that's it. The rest are normal and rare, which you should be able to just craft sooner or later, very quickly. There's 1 ultra rare I suggest putting in this deck, and that is Apex Avian. Just one copy. Cut a copy of Ryza for it. And that's the only UR craft I would have you craft straight away. True Draco is also a 1 UR craft deck. That is Masterpiece. Everything else is super rare or below, and neither of these decks use the extra deck. Don't need them. Herpes Featherstorm, yes, for later. Pacifist is another deck that you can build without any UR crafts. Judgment and Imperm are in the shop. Regeki is in one of the solo modes somewhere, and you don't need any of the extra deck URs. You can just rock it with whatever fusions with high attack or whatever, because Dogmatica Punishment requires high attack extra deck monsters, and this sends them to the graveyard, and some of these have various effects, but you don't need to worry about that. You can just skip them all. $220 super rare dust for 320. Interesting. All right, I'm doing a bad job explaining this deck. All right. Okay, the first deck I suggest for new players is Fluunderies. It uses these little birds. They search each other and then tribute summon, and you search for M-Pen. M-Pen says monsters in attack position, special monsters in attack position, cannot activate their effects. And so you just basically ride this guy to victory because your opponent can't use any of their monster effects, and you have other floodgates. Floodgates are cards that say, usually, neither player can do something, but you build your deck asymmetrically so your deck doesn't care. In this case, something like Dimensional Fissure is a floodgate because any monster sent to the graveyard is banished. Most decks want their monsters to go to the graveyard. So something like Dimensional Fissure makes your opponent's life very, very hard, and these little birds don't care. Red Dragon Archfiend is easily buildable with 2 decks from the shop, and I'll show you that. I have more Ash and Maxi because you do need to craft those. And what this deck does, generally, I have somehow lost 3 extra deck slots, is make Red Nova Dragon, and not Red Nova, Red Supernova. Supernova Dragon or something like Abyss as your interaction. Yes, send me that deck list, Taco. Crusadia is another deck you can build for no actual UR. You have Maxi and Ash Blossom, but those go in every single deck. And what you do with this is you get rid of your opponent's cards, you make a giant Equimax, and you kill them in 1 punch. It doesn't matter, you can paste it here. True Draco are mostly 1 tribute monsters. This one is a 2 tribute monster. He's also the only ultra required for this deck, and their gimmick is that they tribute continuous spells and traps, so you can tribute those instead of monsters, so that you can just summon them immediately with no downside. And then you use Floodgates, again, similar to Flu, to make sure your opponent can't play the game, and then you just ride this guy to victory. Am I gonna what? Hope not. Branded is the most complicated of these beginner decks that I would recommend. And it has quite a few UR crafts that you're going to need, but you can actually get a lot of the cards from the Rookie Returner campaign, and I'll show you that. And some of these you will have to craft, and Branded has basically infinite URs that you can craft down the road, but you will not... Branded has basically infinite URs that you can craft down the road to keep improving your deck, and unfortunately a lot of them do not transfer to other decks. There are URs that are played in other decks, but not very many, not a lot of crossover. Let's open up this deck. Oh, this is... I thought it was a deck list that I could just import. Like, I thought it was a deck. I've seen the post. I thought it was, we already had the link pulled up. I thought you meant like there was a export deck list where I can just import the whole deck and then hit batch craft. Okay. Exodia, very popular. This deck is a budget list with few UR again. Sengenjin and Exodia are the only URs you need for this actual archetype. You only need one Exodia, but you will want a second an amount of the time. And he just gets real big, he's a spell trap negate, and you can play floodgates or other interaction. This deck is actually very flexible in what you can play, but the main thing is you just summon Unstoppable Exodia, and you kill your opponent with that. Yes, that would be handy. Pacifist is another stun deck that relies on Pacifists, and what this does is it will summon a token continuously and you use other cards to control the game and stop your opponent from doing things. Unfortunately, this is not a wide diversity of gameplay here. A lot of it is Floodgate gaming. Branded is the one that's not Floodgate gaming, but it is the most complicated and the most expensive to build here. Real decks, like Ryzeal Malice, are going to be insanely expensive for a new player if you don't have something like 10,000 gems just right off the bat. Okay, we had something to say about that. Where do we go? Okay, I hit claim missions, and I just got all those. So I'm going to go to the shop, and I'm going to show you how to build Red Dragon Archfiend, because you can build that for basically 1,000 gems. So go to the structure deck, and we want Crimson Power Force, and you only need 2 copies. You can manage with 1, but I do suggest buying it twice for a total of 1,000 gems. So I'm buying 2 copies. Because in the deck is 1 copy of Vision Resonator, 2 copies of Crimson Gaia, and we want 2 copies and 3 copies total. So now that I bought it twice, my account owns 2 Vision and 4 Crimson Gaia. Raid Raptors might be in the same boat, possibly. I couldn't tell you what the Raid Raptors do. Come join my Discord and someone will talk to you about Raid Raptors then. So now let's come back to the Red Dragon Archfiend deck. Supernova is unfortunately a super rare. Supernova is unfortunately an ultra rare. It was given out for various events, but if you have a new account, you don't have Super. You might have one if your account's a little older, but you probably don't. So now we're missing some cards from the shop. Valor, Imperm, Talents, Nib. Max and Ash C you do have to craft, but they will go in almost every single deck, so I recommend crafting them. And then Dark Hole is only a super, but that's in the branded thing. Let's show you the branded thing. So if you go to Friend, Rookie and Returner Mutual Follower Campaign. So if you enter someone's campaign code, oh, this code is gonna expire. This code literally expires in a week. So I don't know what they're doing after. Okay, so I'm gonna put in Yoki's campaign code here. And this gives me a structure deck with a whole bunch of cards. There's a bundle for Ash, but not 3 copies. So in the branded now, we can see we have a whole bunch of the cards. Actually, some of them are on... So Cartesia, Albaz, and Aluber. I don't know why it chose this Ultra version. So now, this deck looks much more manageable with all the cards filled in. And it's relatively few Ultra rare. And now we got the Dark Holes. So we need some URs. And right now this deck is literally not playable. We don't have all the cards. So we can just sub out any other garbage to get a playable deck, because we need some more gems. You can also get gems in solo mode. These, I think, granted some amount of gems. Yeah, these give 2,400 gems. This gives Regeki. Hold on. Okay. Let me actually show that off. So we need more gems. In solo mode, you can get a whole bunch of gems. In the stories, most of the stories give you 200 gems by the end of it. The stories are not very long. You have to beat the final mission, usually with your own deck, and some stories have more or less gems. More gems. Some stories have more gems. In training and challenges, however, dual training, strategy, these 4 up here each give 600 gems, and then some of these give some good staples. So this gives you a Regeki, this gives you Monster Reborn, this one gives you Reinforcement of the Army, and then these give you good amount of gems. So let's run through these, speed run them. Oh, we do need to pick our own deck, and we don't have a playable deck, so we do need to go back and make a deck literally playable. Okay. Cut the cards we don't have. And because there's so few cards, okay, all the these guys in. There's nothing else I want to put in this deck, because these are all terrible, terrible cards. They're all so bad. All branded engine? Oh, branded locks you into fusions. Play this guy, more of this guy. And Call the Haunted. Okay. It's old and you're getting late. Yeah, you're locked into Dark Synchros. Okay. See ya, Sam. Sorry that today's stream is not very fun. Okay, so the first thing to do is the solo mode and the... Let's do the solo mode. Let's go back to the solo mode. Go in chronological order. Okay, before you do any duels, there are some settings you need to change. So sub-menu, game settings, and I recommend you make your resolution as high as possible. I like to play on high resolution, full screen. Obviously, change these as your device requires. In the dual menu, there is a couple settings that I really, really think you need to change. I think you need to change activation confirmation to switch and hold, and then reset to auto. That's how you should have it set. I like to play on confirm activation, and I'll show you what this really looks like. That's it. The rest of the settings are fine. Just activation confirmation. So change it to switch and hold, change to auto. And I'll show you what that is. So now we have to go do a couple solo modes. And we do need our own deck. So the deck here is this Red Dragon Archfiend deck. You're not going to know all the cards. That's fine. Yeah, Sticks and Twigs are what you always build your first deck out of. Thundera's right. So hopefully I'm just going to skip through these boring solo modes. I didn't think Auto would want me to chain Cyclone. Something is different here. Have a bone. Oh, I can't search Oovaloop? Alright, then we get Vision. Oh, I'm not interested. Crimson. Decrease. I forget what we actually want to go into with this deck. Summon Crimson. Gonna be 8. So we could make a 10. This Potter. This Potter is the other guy. So we go 6 plus 3. No. 1 plus 8. Summon another 8. Summon a 1 and a 2. There we go. Synchro Guard. Hello, Slimy Boy. Yes, we have to do some synchro summoning now. Very difficult. This fella. Guy back. We have this guy, but it doesn't actually help us with our count. Also, this is just going to be overkill. On all of the solo modes. But we need those gems, and then we have to decide what we're gonna do with our packs, or our gems. So where should we actually put our first gems? We've already put our first gems into this deck. Guy for hand. Don't chain guy. He is now surely very dead. Oh, I forgot about that effect. This is probably an off-stream activity. But I don't have the time off-stream. So I'm doing it now. For you guys. And then we'll just cut it. So that was probably lethal if I don't synchro summon. We'll play faster. Sent me the neuron link. Is this gonna leak your info? Okay. I know how to play you. What? I don't have the Neuron app, so it's literally just... What? I don't know how to actually use Neuron. So now I'm confused. Hello, Slimy Boy. Thank you for the bets. I don't even have a phone. Alright, so here I can't synchro summon, so we just gotta go. Oh no! Very delayed bit sound. Locals, we just guesstimate life totals. Alright, so this even down to 1300 kills my guy. I mean, down to 500 ants. But we get Crimson Gaia. And now he's dead. The vibes are telling me I bleed. Look at all the cards I have. I have so many cards, and he has a giant Soldier of Stone. We're gonna summon 3 of this Red Lotus King. This gets us a bone. What do I even discard here? This. Okay, that would be 9 or 6. Let's make you up to 5. No, I literally paste it. Look. This is the Neuron link. I pointed with my finger. And then it just slaps me into here. So I'll just do it myself. I mean, you can build it on Master Duel meta, or I'll do it myself. Like, you don't have to worry. Hello, never in my life. We are trying to speedrun some solo mode. Uh-oh, I'm out of tunas. That's my mistake. I think we're okay. I'm not worried about solo mode. Oh, we can summon this guy. Awesome. We can make Bane. So this would be Bestial Dispotter. I should have put one of them in the EMZ. That's my bad. Does that bounce it? No. Okay, that's Monster Reborn. 5 minutes, wow. I need this one. The problem with, like, all decks is that they take forever to kill. What are special summons? Well, I know what a special summon is. We don't have soul. What do? We need a non-tuna. Resonator Call does it. Right. Start with Zerkle. Goodbye, Warriors. It's the soul. Soul is the whole combo. I made Warrior Rival. I don't think it's that either. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Now he doesn't die. I'm gonna have to speed this up like 3,000%. Oh, that guy was in my hand. That's why I couldn't serve. Oh no, he doesn't mention Red Dragon Archfiend, does he? High pitch time lapse, yes. That could be Bane, but that doesn't summon 2 tunas in defense. We just battle. Sure. 2/2. Supernova takes. Oh, we can't make. Not during the battle phase. Alright, go.
Summer Warrior knows just followed.
Summer, who really knows? Welcome to the dojo. How are you? How are you doing? We are on a brand new, fresh Yu-Gi-Oh! Account that is going to get cut. So what you're watching right now is gonna be sped up like 3,000% because this is boring. And Otaku or Jimby, I think it was Otaku. Otaku said that this is. Did I do this off stream? And no, I did not. I should have. No, I don't need to activate. I need to get the solo mode done as quick as possible. Double Schizo music. In my OBS, it plays some music. Okay, so these are 2,400 gems for how to do each of the summoning mechanics. 600 per. 600 for 4 is a total of 2,400. This is... So, I have a whole list of decks. because there's a lot of things. And I wish I know how to sync. Please. What interests me the most right now? Winning games with Malice. Getting to Master 1 for the gems. But honestly, teaching new players. I'm here for new players, not just new players. I'm here to share my knowledge with everybody. It's that new players have no knowledge, and so I have the most knowledge for them. And they're also asking the most questions. Not Regenesis. Regenesis does not interest me. There's no way that XYZ... So people say XYZ, but it's XZs. Okay, let me Xyz summon. Heck yes, we'll go Excalibur. I love this guy. Cover card of 2012's Return of the Duelist. All of the Duelist sets are green. The sets follow a pattern, if you didn't know. The physical TCG sets. Here's 2-year player question. Why in the world don't they ban Caesar, Apollo, Baron, Savage, Maxi? Well, some of those cycle in and out of usefulness. But Maxi, I think is... So, if Max... So yes, if... There is, like, an illusion of balance. So, like, the game is kind of balanced. And Maxi, like, helps that. That's why. And if they ban Maxi, they have to ban a whole bunch of other things to, like, live in Weenie Hut Juniors, like in TCG. But Maxi is such a miserable play experience that it does need to be banned. The others, I don't know. Generic N-board pieces need to go. They need to not exist. They need to be very archetype specific. Because when an archetype gets a specific thing, then they can also make Caesar, Apollo, Baron, Savage on top of that. Which is not fair. The Charmies don't do the same thing as Maxi at all, but yes. The Charmies don't make the play experience less frustrating. They're a better design. Oh, hey, look who it is. It's the backup. She took her dress off for the other art. It's a better design, but it's exactly the same thing. Which is not... So, like, having something be better is not good. The problem is that everything is so high impact, like you're going to need to reduce the power level of the standard of deck in order to make things like Ash Blossom Imperm effective again. And you have to have so many interactions if you don't have a high impact like Nibiru, Droll, Maxi, or Charmies. Alright, we did the solo mode and I don't know how long that was. We're gonna do 2 ranked duels because in the first 2 duels, win or lose in Rookie, you rank up and get your gems. So I'm going to claim those real quick, and then we'll go back to our decks and decide where we want to actually put our gems. Like, most problematic ones are Apollo and Baron. They don't even be hit. Yeah, Caesar. So Caesar is not egregious. It's that there's no lock on Fiendsmith. And then Fiendsmith won in every deck, and Fiendsmith was just able to make Caesar. Like, Caesar was not a problem before Fiendsmith, and if Fiendsmith doesn't exist, Caesar's not a problem. Beat the brakes off Jimothy and Cindy Lou Who. I'm gonna try. We're gonna duel Mutza 21. So we have combo. We have no interaction. We get Bone. Apollo and Baron literally need to go. Agree. Both of those are not cards I would be sad to see go in this latest. Like, if Apollo took wins, or Baron took warriors, like, if they were type specific at least, that would go a long way. But I don't want erratas. I just want them gone. Like, I want them to have printed them in the first place. So something you may notice is that I just have the default field and sleeves here. My opponent has a set of field and some sleeves. These are all available in the shop, and you can pick whatever you want. They have literally no impact on the game. That guy doesn't get his rookie gems because he's surrendered. Sorry, Mutza. Also, I'm working on the dual pass here. And then the bottom row is the advanced dual pass. So 300 gems for ranking, or for playing there. And then we get another set of gems. No, we get 200 gems for reaching the bottom of Bronze 5. And win or lose in Rookie, you get promoted to the next rank. Like, I saw someone running Fiendsmith that's super heavy. They can make Apollo, and Apollo stops rolling. Yes. As long as you don't... Well... Fiendsmith doesn't really work. Yes, it does work. But you can get Droll. So if you go Engraver, you then have Tracked in hand and can't do anything through Droll. So not an effective Droll out there. If you start Tracked, you add the lure, it can still do Fiendsmith, but then still get Drolled. So you have to start specifically Lacrima. I need to buy Hand Trap. Yes. That is the first step after I get out of Rookie. Is Maxi Ash Blossom. And then I have some other staples. But Maxi and Ash Blossom should be your first crafts. Oh my goodness. It's okay. Win or lose, we get promoted. So, hello, Flut. No, he's doing Protoplans. We have to sit through whatever it is. We want those gems. So this guy's on Protoplant. I couldn't tell you what Protoplants do. You need to know what the Rookie 2 duelists are cooking up? Protoplants. He can't even kill me. Oh, wait. We can... Watch this. You sent me the list in DMs? Perfect. Nope, this is as good as Soul. Watch this. And then I get my search. You see my vision? No! He had Ash Blossom! It's okay. The normal summoning Soul wouldn't have done it either. Okay, perfect. Otaku, thank you. What? What? Where did this branded fusion come from? He just gets to search it? No, that's fine, Otaku. It doesn't matter. We've just been playing in Rookie. Branda plant? It's Rookie. What do you expect? I expect, like, Summon Skull. Here's Mirror Jade. So this is Mirror Jade, the boss of the branded archetype. And he's a cool guy. They do specifically your Summon Skull combo to summon all the Summon Skulls. Okay, so this is the Duel Pass, and I didn't get enough points to rank up. And then as you complete the Duel Pass, you'll get more and more super rare gems, ultra rare dust, etc. And we get more gems. Okay. So, something interesting. You can go to your match history. You can click on your opponent, confirm opponent's deck, and if they scoop before they even play a single card, you can look at their deck. Or, if they destroy you, you can look at their deck. So this guy, he looked at something. So this guy has a real deck. This is not a good deck, but it's at least a real deck. A little confused as how he arrived on this deck in Rookie, but fine. And up here is your missions in the Duel menu. Or you can come down here and claim them here. We get a whole bunch of gems and other stuff. And you will get a lot of gems right at the beginning. And then the gems will taper off. Aegistus is one of those decks that can do anything uninterrupted. Yes. Look how much time my game took. Oh, I didn't see. I didn't look at Untapped. What was the time of that duel? Alright, so we have 6,000 gems. I've been playing for a little while. So you're probably Yu-Gi-Oh'd out by now. So now the bundles. Smart. So you might not know what deck you want to go into yet. So you can go get the bundles first. Yes. So there's always special things here, and the secret packs will say one free pack, and we'll talk about that. But these bundles, I do advise you get. So I'm gonna start with the best ones. So Imperm, and I'm skipping the packs. We're going to dismantle most of the garbage. Hey, Albion. That's funny. Plus, you get the Imperm or whatever else. You can get each of these one time. So now we need Ash Blossom. Yep. No Ultras. Upset. We did get a Royal Rare. Nib. Cruel Saturnus. I don't even know what that is. We've got a couple ultras. Alright, 30 UR Dust. And garbage. Talents, useful in almost every deck. Something I put in most decks. Skip. Cool cards, going to be UR Dust on this. I also want Effect Veiler. Whoa, 4. Only 4. Okay. So Iron Thunder is actually not terrible. It's just like Solemn Judgment. These others are bad cards. So I'm going to pass on these for now. I picked up these 5. Effect Veiler, Triple Tactics Talent, Ash Blossom, Infinite Imperm, Nibiru. Okay. So now, you go back to your deck. And I like to sort always by rarity. And you can hit bookmarks, and you can bookmark your favorite cards. So Nibiru, I'm going to hit with a star. Effect Veiler, Ash Blossom, because these are going to go in almost every single deck. So you can just go to your star, and you can start your deck by putting these in there. Hello, Liquid Rex. Alright. So, now that I've sorted by rarity, some cards you can dismantle, some cards you can't. So, like this Raster Liger, I cannot dismantle. This Mirror Jade, I cannot dismantle. I have 2 Albion. I can dismantle one of them. So you can go dismantle selected cards, and that'll give you a screen of only the cards you can dismantle, and then you can dismantle all of your garbage. I have a spot in my Discord for advising what to dismantle. Okay. Alright. Hi, guys. Okay. Alright, sorry, guys. Okay. Now it looks like we have an ad. Alright, I don't know where I was. Dismantling cards. So, in my Discord, we have a spot for specifically dismantling garbage stuff. Over here, in my Discord, you'll have the welcome, you'll have the rules, you need to hit this thumb manually, and then new player dismantle help. So you can post a screenshot of your garbage cards, so like this. So these are the buttons to press, then you post a screenshot of what you can dismantle, and then I'll say, somebody will help you, you can probably dismantle these. And this. No promises that you won't regret a choice. So I had another friend just dismantle Magistus Chirotho, or whatever his card is. The little, like, dog, fox, cat thing. The fusion. And then he wanted it for his deck as a super poly target. Like, you think you don't need it, and then later you need it. So no promises, but we'll do our best. Okay, so these are cards I'm going to dismantle. I know I won't want any of these on this account. Also, all of these are garbage super rares that I won't want on this account. So Neo, I also don't want that. I don't even want it. Ice Dragon's Prison is actually a decent card. I'm going to keep that one, but the rest of these I'm dismantling, so I put them all here and then dismantle. So now I have more dust, and there's another secret. So the way packs actually work, I have not talked about this because I have not yet bought any packs. So in the shop, packs, there's 3 types of packs. There are master packs. Do not buy master packs except for the bundles. If I catch you buying master packs, you're kicked out of the dojo. Banned. Gone. Not allowed. There are normal packs / selection packs. It says normal right here, but says selection right here. They last normally about 2 months and are available in the shop, and they have only these cards in the pack. So they have these ultras in this pack, and these are the only ultras you can get. Each pack has 8 cards, and so it'll have a chance. So when it shows up, I will do 1 pack for the, I will sacrifice 100 gems. Never also buy, always buy packs in 10 packs, because when you buy a single pack, it's possible to spend 1 million gems and get 0 ultra rares. If you get them in 10 packs, you always get a super, and if you don't get an ultra, your next 10 pack will have an ultra. Master packs have every card, surely in the 8,000 I need. I'll get some. Yes. So, we're gonna open 1 selection pack. So, all of the cards in this pack are from the selection pack. Every single one. So all of these cards are what's available in the selection pack. They're the only cards available. We're going to buy 1 secret pack, and I'll show you the difference. Actually, we get free pulls. When you craft a super rare or an ultra from a pack that has secret cards, when you craft a super rare or ultra rare that is included in a secret pack, you get 1 free pull the first time. So I will pull this. Hello, Miro. So we're going to open this. And this doesn't tell you. We're going to open it. And it'll say, pick up over here on the right. So these 4 cards are what is in the pack. These other 4 cards are completely random. So if you pull ultras or supers from this half of the pack, like this half of the pack is the same as a master pack. The right half is your secret pack. So even secret packs are a scam, but they're the best option you have. And Otaku has put together a very, very handy deck. So this is a list of super rare cards that unlock multiple secret packs. And Otaku has lovingly put this deck list together. So go ahead and export it to Master Duel. Is that a Chessy cat? That emote, I don't think it's Chessy. So now we have to wait. Otaku also filled it out with other staples to get to 40 so that it would be a savable deck. So don't craft the URs. Actually, you do want to craft these URs, but not immediately. I don't know why it's so slow right now. Normally this goes a lot faster. We have another fast forward the video. Because every card is a 1-of. That's it. Because normally they does like 3 of and then goes to the next one. You're right. You're right. You figured it out. Alright, I pulled an Artemis, so I think I got... Alright, we get rid of the Ultras. These are cards you want to craft, but they don't unlock Secret Pack. They're just good cards that you want. I think I will have to generate each of these, I don't know, to unlock the secret pack. Yes, so this here means you unlocked a secret pack. And then I'm going to batch generate cards not owned. So I own no cards in this deck right now. $1,100. Such a liar that this is 200. You probably multiplied by 10 instead of 30. Is that what you did? So we have, what is this? 240, 270 is 9 cards. So we can do literally 9 cards. Okay. Back to the shop. Now we've got a number of secret packs. Where's my free pulls? Okay, they're down here. I've unlocked so many secret packs. Oh, these were not from those. They were from just pulling the other cards. This, of course, will take time and be very boring. We have another fast forward. Not alt art access code. Free poll. You are invocation. That's actually dust. Yeah, those other ones were from random cards I pulled from the... this wasn't inspired by your vampire deck by Scotty. I did not see that. I had this idea to make a new account a while ago. What is this? What is your vampire deck? Why is he in the pack bit in the Exodia pack? I think to troll you. Because it's not like you send things to the graveyard. So I can't really tell you. No, I popped into Scotty's stream and then I had to get ready for my own stream. Also, there's no way to track which secret packs you have and have not unlocked. Woo! That's cool. Just for the shake-up factors, the pack isn't everything you could ever want. What? The, like, scam? Another UR. That's what we're doing this for. Is to get URs that we can dismantle. Oh, the pack bit? Yeah, the pack bit is the shake-up. Look, 15 UR dust, Sundry. Garrow, I don't think you know the time. Are we almost done? Plant combo, too much UR. Hey, we got an M-Pen, that's cool. Garbage. This is just Frank Sinatra. It was a good year. 2008 remastered. I don't think he sang it in 2008. Did you know Frank Sinatra's son got kidnapped and then he, like, didn't have the money to, like, call on a payphone or something? So then he always carried around, like, a bunch of dimes. Okay, I think that was all of it. Now we go back to dismantle them. Okay, dismantle selected cards. And I don't want these. I don't want any of this trash. Maybe Meow Mine, but probably not. This might be a Gem Knight account. But the rest of this trash we don't need. Secret pa- oh, because I dismantled shit. I know we did 9, though. Oh, I should just dismantle these to begin with. $280 is then, again, another 9. Okay, secret packs. Good card. So this is what you gotta do if you're an honest gamer. It is not satisfying to have to open them all individually. Que la bonita la dulce? Who is Dulce here? Okay, we need to craft some maxis. I think I was gifted a scrub. I know of a Dulce. Is that Dulce's emote? This is optimal gaming. Three supers, cool. Yeah, if you don't put money in, you have to put your time in. And so this is the way. Extra lance. Demise guy. And three supers. That's cool. Light force. Another UR. That's cool. So we got a couple more URs here. So Into the Void is where we stop. So I don't want these cards, so I'm dismantling them. These, I know, are all trash. I'll keep... I don't even want that. I'm not going to use it. So I know for the decks this account is going to play... I don't want any of these at all. Just 0 copies. So dismantle them all. Into the Void. So we need the Ritual Raven. The Melfi card. That's 7, and then we need 2 in the extra deck. So let's go backwards. I'm amazing at this. I don't see the pun. Yes, a few games per week. So you get the dailies. So really it's every 3rd day, and you need to do the daily. So to maximize, if you want the 25. Oh, you are. Maybe I would have gotten it if UR was capital. That's funny. Hello, Kribo Dude. How am I? I am dragging through a new account to show what it's actually like and what we actually need to be doing on a new account. Is this another live song? No live music. I hate recorded live music. I don't know about you guys. My wife likes it. I do not. A new account is like 9,000 gems. Not even full hour. Yes. There's also a scapegoat. There's also a way to get an account with like 10,000 gems just straight away. Is this Remy? This is Remy. You don't draw cards, you just plunder. Hey, it's that guy. He was a rare in Return of the Duelist. I forget what, no. It was before that, I think. And I had it in my... I was playing windups with just a huge, thick pile of, like, just, like, all of the XCs I had. And then I saw that guy in there, and I don't remember what happened. I think I made Shockmaster and then copied it with that guy. Or, like, I definitely used Crest to copy some XCs that should not have been copied. Or new cards, sure. Okay. We have no extra cards. We need to dismantle selected cards again. So I don't want any of these at all. That one I do. Also, I do. Hey, this is that... Alright. We have just a few more, just in the extra deck. Yeah. K-pop Demon Hunt. Hats off. I'm all out of hats. All I have left. Like, all my hats are locked away. In the other flat right now. Oh, we do need a Guska. Alright, so we have just a few more. Did we not? Oh yeah, we dismantled that guy. So we have those two. Deck Wizard, that's me. We're almost done. What are my thoughts about the new Demon Slayer movie? None. I didn't know there was a Demon Slayer movie. I am aware that Demon Slayer exists. I don't remember who was talking about it. One of my regular chatters likes it. Likes a Demon Hunter in general. I know the girl has that, like, thing in her mouth to not eat people because she's a demon. Raziel most of the time ends on Baguska, protect with Star Leash, and a monster negate. Yeah, I prefer, like, Star Leash Detonator. I don't like making Guska in Raziel. Oops, skip. I don't know if this is in my playlist. I feel like I might have put it in my playlist, but somebody also might have requested this. This was requested by Karibo Dude. More supers. Good to see. Almost done. Okay. Dismantle selected cards. We did not get any ultras in there. I do need that. Okay, then we have just a few more packs. I already did the Magistus girl. This one, and that other link. Alright. We are at the end of our 3 packs, which is good and bad. It's good, because we're done. I don't even like playing Ryzeal. I only like playing Ryzeal when I'm, like, sleepy in bed. And if I'm sleepy in bed, I'm either gonna play something else instead of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or I'm gonna just go to bed. Metaltronus, that's actually decent. Oh man. That's not the guy I wanted. I was hoping for Magnamut. Another Lance. Okay, good branded cards, please. None. Okay. Dismantle selected cards again. Don't want that, don't want that. Don't want any of those. Okay. We finished going through all of our secret packs, and we have 250 UR dust for free at the cost of 1,100, really 1,000, just under 1,000 super rare dust. And this is the only way to do that. To, like, get this much dust for free. So now, let's look at some of the decks. So, Red Dragon Archfiend, I don't think I had many. We had 2 Maxi and 2 Ash Blossom that we need to craft. And then Supernova. That's it. In the other decks, it's just going to be Flu and Maxi and Ash. This one has a single Apex Avian. This is from a bundle. Exodia has a couple URs. Sengenjin, Exodia himself. And then Branded has some URs. Yeah, the problem is all of these decks are Floodgate decks. And something like this is like 1,000 UR. We should craft Max and Ash. And then play one of these. So maybe we finish our bundles. We get Lightning Storm. We get Ghost Ogre. Where are the bundles? Okay, 1 UR, Royal Drago Stapelia. That's kind of interesting. I want the Lightning Storm. I did get the Branded Structure. 2 more URs I can dismantle, and more supers. Yeah, new account stuff is like a lot of junk. A lot of time up front at the beginning. Okay, I don't want these cards. I probably don't want that. And then the rest of the supers can go. I'll keep the third one of that. Opinions on the hero deck. So heroes are expensive, and they're a good deck. In the competitive, so for a casual, heroes are great. You can do a whole bunch of different things. You can play first and second. Competitively, heroes don't have enough, like, juice to get through stuff. Okay, so of these decks, let's see what we can build. We should be able to build everything. You hate Malice because it gets tiring having monsters take? I don't know what you mean. So this deck is mostly, it does take Solemn, which is from another bundle. We need our Maxis, we need our Ash Blossom. Whatever we build is gonna need those. That doesn't have ashes. Malice doesn't take your monsters. It has not been 20 minutes, Otaku. It's been way more than 20 minutes. Like, it took 20 minutes for that 2,400 gems thing. Oh, I don't even have one of these. Okay, what do we want to play? We've got Red Dragon Archfiend. Branded. Blue. And at the beginning, you may have to dismantle rares and normals to, like, fill out your deck. But after that, you really never will. You'll just have so many. So I don't have enough rares and normals to build the current deck. I hope that's enough. Alright, what don't we have? Some supers. We've got enough normal and rare junk, but not enough supers for me to craft everything. So I think True Draco might be the most interesting of these decks. Branded needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 URs. Crusadie needs none. Solemn is a free card. Let's go get the Solemn pack, and then we'll play True Draco. So back to our bundle. We need Solemn Judgment. Okay, 2 more URs we can dismantle. More SRs. That Masquerade can actually go into Branded, which isn't a card Branded typically plays anymore, but is a card you can. Dragos Tapelia 2. Okay. Batch generate. 540 super rares. Wow. I don't have enough super rare dust. I also have not gotten to Master 1 on my account yet. Alright, because Red Dragon Archfiend is almost done, let's craft this. Let's not craft that, and let's craft the Bestials, because those are useful. Hello, Tyrone.
Tyrone underscore
Well, yes,
Jenkins
it's the
12 just followed.
It's, do you want to get to Master 1 for free gems, for grinding? Like, what's your goal to get to Master 1? I like to get there because I like to get there. I don't want to craft this Potter or any of these other cards. third deck. Okay. Okay, our Red Dragon Archfiend deck is now done with very, very few crafts. This is from the Branded Structure deck, which is apparently going to expire in just a week. This is a craft. So Branded is actually no longer a viable deck to craft after September 22nd, which I didn't realize. $210. So this is 7 URs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Oh, also gems. For finding all the secret packs. Cool. 2,000 more gems. Don't enter that code. Okay. What left? Okay, so something I need to show you. Let me actually show you about activation confirmation. It starts on auto, and let me show you what that looks like. So let's go into solo mode and play any mission. Let me skip this. If you like my video showing non-UR subs, thank you. This is my attempt. I'm trying to get this information out there because I keep seeing new players with the same questions and the same struggles. And so yes, that video is like one attempt at making sure people can see it. Actually play this out. What's Mobius's effect for tributing a card? Your opponent cannot activate this. I mean, yes. Okay, dead. Let me get into the game. Okay. We're gonna draw Maxi. And our toggle is on auto right now. Just the default toggle settings. So the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually works is that I get a chance to play a card, you get a chance to play a card, and every time one of us activates something or a chain resolves, we have a chance to do something. So at this point, I don't have any cards that can respond, and this is on auto, which I can't even switch. I didn't even realize that you can't even switch it. So it's just going to live on auto. And if I had something. So let me set Fiendish Chain. And I'm gonna skip ahead to a point where I can activate something. So I need to skip ahead to the guy. So it's asking me there if I want to activate Ash Blossom. Because I can. And I don't want to. Okay, so I'm gonna Synchro Summon. Oh, I can Fiendish Chain my own guy. So I didn't even need to. Oh, he has Regeki. My guy dies. Alright, we summon a Baldrake, and then we'll Fiendish Chain our own Baldrake. Okay, skip ahead. Okay, so on our opponent's turn here, draw phase, standby phase, main phase 1, end phase. At the end of my opponent's turn, the game finally asks me, do I want to activate Fiendish Chain? There were multiple points during my opponent's turn when I should be able to activate Fiendish Chain targeting my own Baldrake. It should be during their draw phase, during their standby phase, during their main phase, and in the end phase. So there should have been 4 prompts this turn because the opponent did absolutely nothing. And on auto, it's only going to ask when the game thinks you usually want to activate something. So there are reasons you want to activate something in the standby phase. So maybe you have an Artifact Lancia or a Max C that you want to activate before your opponent even does anything. That's when you want it to be able to activate it in your opponent. But you cannot. So I'm going to go through my draw phase and standby phase in main phase 1. Now I can activate Fiendish Chain again on my turn, and it's not possible to activate it because the game isn't giving me priority, even though I should be able to. So you need to go to the submenu, Game Settings, Duel, Activation Confirmation. I suggest Switch and Hold, and then you probably want Reset Activation Confirmation Settings to Auto. I like to play on Confirm Activation. That's just how I like to play. Back in the game. Back in the game, I'm going first. I'm going to activate Gonna get a guy. Oops, I meant to hit no. So now, because I'm on auto, the game will only ask me to chain my Forbidden Chalice or my chain when the game thinks I want to. When the game thinks... Yes, when the game thinks I want to. But if it's on, it will ask me at every step. So it asks during the opponent's draw phase, so I can hit cancel. It is the standby phase. No, it is the main phase. The opponent plays a card. It asks if I want to chain something. I pick no. The chain resolves, and I have another priority pass here. I don't want to. Opponent sets a card, priority pass. End of the main phase, priority pass. End phase, priority pass. So those are all of the priority passes on the opponent's turn. And then on my turn, on. It is my draw phase. No. It is the standby phase. No. So I like to live on. Most people don't. So you should reset that to auto. So on switch and hold, if you hold left click, it changes to on. If you hold right click, it changes to off. So I'm going to go to the opponent's turn and I'm just going to hold right click the whole time. And on off, it won't ask me anything. The opponent's going to play cards and it won't ask anything. The opponent activated their thing. I'm not being asked to chain anything. The whole turn passes. I'm still holding right click and nothing is happening. And then let's pass the rest of this turn on auto. So on auto, it's going to skip the draw phase and standby phase again, and skip the end of the chain. Go straight to the end phase. So at the end phase, it will ask if I want to do something. That is why you should play on switch and hold. I don't know if that made sense. I feel like I haven't adequately explained it. In your settings, in the Duel menu, you should change your settings to switch and hold, and you should probably have it changed to auto. And so what this does is, there's a Konami helper watching your game, asking you every time the game thinks you want to activate something, because there are a ton of priority passes in the game, but on auto, the game's only going to ask you when it thinks you want to. So let's pass our turn. The opponent activates a card. It asks, do we want to chain our card? I'm going to pick no. My opponent summons something. No, I don't want it. Go to the end phase. And it didn't ask me in my main phase or at the end of battle phase if I wanted to activate something. Because you usually don't want to activate something. Opponent activates Regeki Break. And I do want to chain, not now, but when the chain resolves. So I'm holding left click, and now I have the chance to activate something because there is a priority pass here, but the game on auto doesn't ask you. So you can hold left click to turn it to on, and the game will ask you if you can activate something at every priority pass where you can. And you can just right click to deny that. So I'm holding left click, and it's asking me every time. So I will activate my Fiendish Chain here, but that's not an effect monster. Oops. Alright, I have to look at this made any sense. Alright, what else is there to do? I've talked about that. I've talked about all the buttons. We've built some decks. Have some gems. I'm not particularly interested in playing on this account, like, at all. So, like, I'm not specifically interested in ranking up. I'm looking at my notes, and I think I have everything. Is there something else new players frequently ask or don't know that could be put into this one video? So obviously this is going to be super trimmed to like just tips. Just to humor Sam. Let's see. Okay, ton of Charmies. Holy. I can't think of other specific. It's really deck. Like, I think this video is actually going to be quite short. Because then it's going to be answering a lot of deck questions. Because the most common questions are deck, people not knowing dismantle selected cards, people not knowing how to import on one untapped, people not knowing what deck to play, people not knowing the tricks to get the gems quickly. Okay, something fundamental I want to talk about the gameplay of modern Yu-Gi-Oh! In order to win the game. So we're going back to the psychographics. So if you want to win games, you need to understand this. If your goal is something else, if it's to complete a combo, if it's to summon the Egyptian gods, if it's to do anything else, you want to play your Jack Atlas deck, cool. Your goal is not winning. If your goal is not winning, it's, I don't know how to put it in another way that makes sense. If your goal is not to win the game, then your goal is not to win the game. Your goal is to do something other than win the game. So if you just want to summon all 3 Egyptian gods, and you're happy that you did that, win or lose, and you do that, then that's your goal, and you've completed your goal, and you've won. Some people like to set challenges for themselves. Can I do this in a game, whether or not you win? Can I summon all of the summoned skull variants? So in modern Yu-Gi-Oh!, the game is blisteringly fast, and the way most games actually play out is, I go first, I build a board, and then you try to break my board, and I try to make it so you can't do anything. And then I kill you on turn 3. Because I go first, you have a turn, and then I kill you on my turn. Usually you concede somewhere in there beforehand. Or you stop my push completely, and then you kill me. Usually on turn 2. So usually the game is over on the first 3 turns. Sometimes turn 4, but that's rare, because if you go second, you get the battle phase. So, cards like Regeki Read crazy powerful. They're insane, but you want to go first almost all of the time. I see many players going second, and I don't understand the reasoning. They want the extra card or something. I'm not sure why they want to go second. Because they don't have a good board to set up, and then their opponent gets a battle phase and kills them. I think that's why. But you want to go first almost every time. There's a huge advantage to going first because you get to deploy all of your cards first. So cards like Regeki are only good going second because the game is going to be over super quick. The game is not going on for very many turns like it used to. Regeki used to be insanely good. It's still a good card, but it used to be insanely powerful because the game would go on for many turns, and Regeki is good at all points in the game, and you don't need it to be live on the first turn. So if you go first, Regeki does nothing. It sits in your hand, and it could be something like a Forbidden Chalice, or a Fiendish Chain, or a Maxi, or an Ash Blossom, or another piece of interaction that stops your opponent from playing the game before we get to turn 3. There are so many games decided by the opponent having their last card be relevant. The Regeki is only good in the situation where you lose the coin toss, your opponent picks first, they set up a board, and you draw the Regeki. And that's just not likely. So cards like Regeki honestly don't belong in your deck past the very beginner stages. And there's a couple you get on a new account. Dark Hole is in the Branded Structure deck. I believe it was also in the Sword Soul Structure deck. It's probably going to be in the next campaign deck. Regeki and Lightning Storm are both easy to get cards on a new account that are only good going second. They're fine at the very beginning, but after that, they're not good. Cards like Solemn Judgment are the opposite. They're effectively only good going first. If you go second, because it's a trap card, you have to wait so long. Turn 3, your opponent's second turn is the first time Solemn Judgment is good if you go second. If you go first, Solemn Judgment's great, but half of your games, you don't get to go first because your opponent will go first and set up a huge insert meta deck board here. Cards like Triple Tactics Talent are good going first and second, because if your opponent activates a card during your main phase, something like a Maxi, an Ash Blossom, and Effect Veiler, you have your choice. You can draw 2 cards, you can look at their hand and take a card, or you can take one of their monsters. So Talent is a very versatile card. And something like Effect Veiler, that says during your opponent's main phase, you can negate a monster effect. Yes, that's only useful during your opponent's turn, but on your first turn, so you go first. Let's say I summon this guy. So I summon this guy, and I have an Effect Veiler in my hand. I pass the turn to you. On your turn, I get to use my monster and Effect Veiler. Both of them as interaction. And then I stop you from doing your things. And if I go second, cards like Effect Veiler are immediately useful on the very first turn of the duel. These are why hand traps, Nibiru, Ash Blossom, Maxi, Effect Veiler, Imperm are so important and go in every single deck. There are lesser staples, Ghost Ogre, Ghost Bell, that go in many decks, but not as ubiquitous as these ones. All right, I explained that. Let me look at my notes. I think I've mentioned everything except the mission. In the missions, you will be given 3 new daily missions every day. You'll be given 1 login mission, which is literally just login, and Duel Live. So you can watch Duel Live for 5 gems. You can click on it, you can exit, get your 5 gems, log in, claim it. And then the daily are things like destroy 5 cards, synchro summon 3 times or whatever. And there are 9 different missions that will stack up here. And you can just claim the ones you want to claim and leave the rest. So if you have 6 missions, you can just leave them. Log in tomorrow, you'll get 3 new missions, and then tomorrow you can claim whatever missions you want. So right now, with 2 missions left, I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't bother to clear these because you have up to 9, so you have 3 full days before you are losing your free-to-play gems. Today's the 16th. 16, 17, 18, 19. Well, I might be just too late. This account might be just too old now for the next rookie follower thing or what. I don't know what the actual timing is. I somehow missed a card because I had the other Ryziel trap as a card in here. I don't know. They might not even... It might take a while, too. I think the branded one is honestly quite good. Full Malice. There's no way. They want to give you, like... Malice is way too many ultras. Blue Eyes could be. They could give you Wishes, Maiden, Spirit, Ulti Spirit, and then a 5th UR. Crystron is apparently the best deck across all things. Within 7 days at the start or after 30 days. Yeah, so I just created a new account. So if it ends on the 22nd, I'm probably too late. This account is too old, so I'd have to wait 30 days of not playing it. Did the expired packs ever come back? Yes. So, okay, there's 2 types of packs. So the selection packs don't ever come back. So after this pack expires, you cannot buy this pack ever again. But they're putting some of these cards immediately go into secret packs. So I think Brilliant Fusion was in a secret pack. I think this guy gets immediately put in a secret pack. I'm not 100% on what goes in what secret pack. I think the Ignisters went in a secret pack because I pulled from a secret pack for backups. But once the selection pack goes away, you cannot buy the selection pack again, and you either have to craft the cards, or you have to wait for them to go in a secret pack. You're better off just crafting them if you want, but it does take up a lot of craft points. The secret packs, by crafting one super rare or ultra rare, will unlock the secret pack again. So this one says 22 hours left. So I crafted one of these cards. I couldn't even tell you which one it was. I couldn't tell you. I crafted one of these in my big craftathon, and I unlocked this pack for 24 hours. So from 24 hours, I can buy with gems this pack. After 22 hours, 22 more hours, I would need to craft one of these super rare cards again to get the pack again. And so how do you know? So let's think of a card. Let's say we need Artifact Lancia. It says here the packs it's in. Every card is in Master Pack. Don't buy Master Packs. Sisters of the Light and Awakening of the Ancients. Those are the cards, those are the packs Lancia is in. So Lancia is in this pack. And also this pack. So if we want Lancia, we can pull from either of these packs. So let's maybe pick an ultra rare. Let's just pick an ultra rare that I know is in a secret. So let's say we need Typhon. Typhon, only in an expired pack. Too bad. Apollo. Apollo is in Guardians of the Sacred Sky. Hello, adversarial. So if we want Apollo, very unlikely, because look at all these different URs in this pack. Wow. Terrible odds, plus they're halved because it's a secret pack. But let's say we decide we want to pull from this secret pack regardless. If you craft any of these super rares, you will unlock the secret pack for another 24 hours and can spend your gems. Okay, so within 7 days, they don't need to get Blue Eyes Rookie already in structure. Yeah, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking what would be a good next rookie campaign. Hello, adversarial. How are you doing? Users that resume playing, so can be entered by users during their first week, or users that resumed playing 30 or more days from their last login within 7 days. Their last login within 7 days. 30 or... Okay, so your most recent login has to be 30 days after the older login. So you have to have a 30-day break. I see. Okay. So, Saurai, Sunnyshine, Adversarial, do you guys have new player questions right now? Because I want to put those in. Saurai, you asked something about building a good deck. I have these decks without... Like, I just have deck lists without guides. I'm going to post them. I'll post them in my Discord. I'll post them in the description on YouTube when the video goes up. And these are all very cheap decks. But they don't teach you how to build a deck. So I suppose... I don't know. The way building decks works is I would copy a list. I would replace the cards you don't have with the best cards you do have. And there's going to be a threshold of, like, what's mandatory. So this branded list I created this list to be kind of like minimum requirements. So I would not play a branded list with fewer than these ultras. So like 1 Merc, 1 Quem, 1 Lost, and 1 of each of these guys is what I consider mandatory. Settings, deck overview. These settings? What settings? Options help. From the sub menu, where... What screen are we starting on? That's what I'm confused about right now. Options help. Am I on the right screen? All right, what, I'm confused as to what information I am either to learn or to specifically share here. That's the first thing when you open it. I see. Next quick tip. You can right-click cards to add or remove them from your deck, if you did not know. If you click on a card in your deck, it will remove it. If you click on a card outside of your deck, it will add it. Okay. Is there anything else before I sign off that we need to add for new players specifically? Because I feel like I've gone over a lot. Oh, how do you craft? I see. Let's craft a Magnemite. How do you actually craft a card? You can either have it in your deck or over here. And then it's just this button here. And it will subtract 30 points. Craft it. Now I have one Bestial Magnemite. Data transfer. I did mention that at the beginning. That's a good one, though. I think that's all for now. It feels like incomplete because I hadn't made a plan. I wanted to go through the process of what a new account looks like, and so what a new player would be doing. So now, at this point, you have enough. I did not mention the public database. Something I do want to mention here is Master Duel Meta and Untapped both have tier lists and top decks and many, many types of decks that you can browse. All sorts of decks. So you can type in your favorite card. Say your favorite card is Change of Heart. Hello? You click on your favorite card, and then it'll show you decks that are including it right now. These are the most recent decks that are playing your favorite card, or any other given card. And so you come here, oh, I see Fulos in a ton of decks. What decks are actually playing Fulos? These are some recent decks playing. Also, the Untapped tier list will show you all sorts of different decks, and you can export both sites directly to Master Duel. The problem is I have knowledge, but they are absolute beginners. Yes, that is the problem. So it's the public deck search. I've never even clicked it. I don't think that this is useful because that's too random. Like, there's too much noise. You don't know if this deck is good or not. You don't know if this deck is good or not. What the heck? I don't know why there's cards missing here. You meant they have decks? Okay. Yes, so I have a garbage video editing in editing process for Red Dragon Archfiend, and I plan on making similar videos now for True Draco, Flu, Crusadia, Exodia. I think I have Exodia. The untapped page. Well, yes. So that's the problem with everything. So if you play Crystron, you copy this deck. You don't know how to play it. That's the problem with every single deck. Is that you need... Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not a game that you can intuit as a new player. You won't know that Sengenjin is in your deck to go into Zombie Vampire, to mill your Crystron stuff, and then go off to the races. That's just a problem Yu-Gi-Oh! Has, is that the discovery is very, very hard by yourself. So the last thing I want to leave you with is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is an incredibly hard game. It is one of the hardest games I've ever played, and the learning curve is incredibly steep, and even if you do pick up the best deck in the game, at this very second is Malice, next week it's going to be something else, next month it's going to be something else. So if you pick up the best deck in the game, let me think about this. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is an incredibly hard game, so if you pick up the best deck in the game, right this very moment it's Malice, and in the future it's going to be something else. But if you pick it up, you don't know how to play the deck. It is very, very difficult to intuit how to play most decks, so I advise you watch tournament gameplay, you watch people play the game, you watch your friends, you go on Discord, you can come to my Discord and ask for tips about things. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is... like it or not, it is very, very social, and you will get the best experience most of the time by interacting with other people. It's kind of like the rulebook can teach you the rules of the game, but you won't have a good time unless you have people to enjoy the game with. Okay, you're making Crystal Beast deck modern. Crystal Beasts are cool. Sundry was just talking about Crystal Beast. He just smashed a Crystal Beast fella who's doing cool stuff. The learning curve of, how things connect and why things are where they are versus just picking up the best deck and spec. Very, very different. So, like, something like these decks are relatively easy to play at a base level, but a new player would still need guidance on what they're doing. So if I give you Flu, I think a new player is much more likely to stumble into the correct plays with Flu than Branded. Or with Red Dragon Archfiend. But it's not going to be easy. Like, if I gave Flu to my daughters, they're not going to understand it. So I should make... my next video is going to be a series of you should play these. Tomorrow we might do viewer duel, but you should play these. And more stuff to think about. I like your guys' thoughts. You guys are having good thoughts that there's always a next step, which is not a failing. Yeah, Adversarial. Sundry was talking about Crystal Beast guy with Millenniums. He put Millenniums in it. He used the Rainbow Beast, the Crystal Beast trap to get Wedju Temple, and then Wedju Temple to start putting his Crystal Beasts from hand into the back row, just straight away. So. All right, so you guys, thanks for hanging out. Make sure to join our Discord, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, all the stuff. You know the deal. And so, YouTube guys, goodbye. Thanks for hanging out.